All right, today we are going to do a video on what it cost me to run both of my trucks 100,000 miles and what it cost me in maintenance. This is oil change, service, throughout 100,000 miles plus tires. We're going to get into tires. So this, for the Chevy, I'm going to vouch for 2017 to 2019. This is what your maintenance cost, your normal maintenance cost would be using Napa filters and getting 100,000 miles out of a set of tires. I've done it. I've done it with my 17. I got 100,000 miles out of a factory set of tires there. The 15 that I had, which were the same tires that came factory, I actually busted one right around 160 or right around 60,000 miles on it. And I just went ahead and put all 4 new tires on it at the time. And they were Transforce HTs. That's what I run after I go through a factory set of tires. And yes, I can get 100,000 miles out of a set of Firestone Transforce HTs. It's just the way I drive. And it all depends on how you drive on if you're going to be able to do that or not. So some may get a little bit more, some of them may get a little less, but this is what I can do. And this is what I have done. So let's get to it. We're going to start with the 2019 truck. All the filters that I run except for one filter on the 2019 Chevy, which is the spin-on transmission filter. I actually use an Allison filter for that. So other than that, these are all Napa filters. The oil that I use is T4. It's Rotella T1540 T4, and this is the price per gallon of it. The numbers are even numbers on here. I didn't round them up a whole lot, so when I say that, if a filter was $14.99, it got rounded up to 15 bucks. If it was $14.49, it got rounded up to $14.50. That's how every one of these filters were. They only got rounded up 1 penny. So without further ado, let's get started. We'll start with the 19 truck first, and this is for 100,000 miles. I do all my services, oil change and stuff like that in 10,000 mile increments. So we'll do 10 oil changes. So let's get started. I do have notes, so I'll be looking down at my notes just so we can get through this and keep the video short. So let's get it. All right, so for oil, it is $13 a gallon for the Rotella T1540 T4. That's what it is a gallon. This truck actually takes 3 gallons of oil, which equals $39 each oil change, okay? The oil filter was $16. That's what it is. We'll do that times 10. First, we'll get up here and we'll do this times 10 on the oil. So as far as the oil goes, out of 10 services, I will spend $390 in oil, okay? The oil filter, they're 16 bucks. I'll end up spending $160 for oil filters. Air filter. On the air filter, I do 50,000 mile increments, so we need 2 of those. So as far as the air filter goes, those are $42.50. That comes out to $85 for 100,000 miles. The cabin filter on the 19, I do every 6 months or every 50,000 miles, whatever comes first. Typically, it's 50,000 miles is when I do it. Those are $23.50, which comes out to $47 even. So we'll put 47 here. All right, fuel filters. Fuel filter on the truck, trying to find it here. There it is. Fuel filter on the truck is 48 bucks a piece. I do that every 20,000 miles, so we need 5 total. So you take $48 times 5, that gives you $240. So 240 bucks for oil filters. Now this transmission filter, okay, this is the external Allison spin-on filter. I was told through the company that I buy them through that deals with Allison transmissions, you should never have to take an Allison transmission pan off, okay? It does have an internal filter, and I kind of questioned that, but they swear by it. The only filter you should have to change will be the screw-on filter on an Allison, on the 1000 series. So that filter is actually $12.50. I do that every 20,000 miles, so every oil change, so we'll need 5 of them, and that comes out to $47. All right, yep, 47 bucks. Okay, now, let's get the tires. All right, factory set of tires, I can get 100,000 miles on. I've done it on these trucks, so I know that I can get that. The tires I use is a Transforce HT. Now they're a Transforce HT-2. Those tires, to change them out to the Transforce HT-2s, are $210 a piece. So $210 a piece times 4 gives you $840 for a set of tires. Okay? If you add all this up for the 19, that grand total for 100,000 miles is going to be $1,824.50. Okay? Doesn't sound like a lot. Okay? That's only a couple oil changes in a semi-truck, honestly, and you know, a couple services will get you to that. So, let's move on to the 1999 truck. All right? The 7.3 takes 4 gallons of oil. All right? Same oil. I use it in this truck also. Same price. So it's $13 a gallon. 4 gallons equals up to $52 for oil, each oil change. Now, times that by 10, you know, gives you 520 bucks. So we're kind of close to the board, so I'm just going to add a 0 there. All right. The oil filter. The oil filter for the 99 is $24.50 each. Times that by 10, and that gives you 245 bucks. So $245. All right. The air filter is $27.50, and we do 2 of those. Even on the 99, I'll do it every 50,000 miles. So we'll do 2 of those. So that'll be $55. Okay. Now the cabin filter, same way. Do it every 50,000 miles. So we need 2 of them. They're $38 a piece. That comes out to $76. Okay. The fuel filter, I do it every 20,000 miles, every other oil change on the fuel filter on this truck also. The fuel filter is $53 a piece. So that brings the fuel filter, we'll need 5 of those on a total of 100,000 miles. Brings it out to 265 bucks. All right, now the transmission filter. This transmission doesn't have an external filter on it. It's internal. So I typically do it every 50,000 miles. It's what I've done on my older trucks that I've had in the past, whether I've hauled with it or I haven't hauled with it. I always done them at 50,000 miles. So with that, you remove the pan, you get, 7 quarts of fluid plus your pan gasket and a new internal filter. So we only need 2 of those. So just for the filter change is $32 a piece. So that's going to be $64. So $64. Okay. Now for the fluid for 7 quarts of fluid is $52. You take that times 2, and that's going to give you $104. All right. Now we get into the tires. All right. This 99 is a dually, so that means I have 2 extra tires than what I have here. Okay. Rule of thumb has always been on a dually. You will go through 2 sets of front tires to 1 set of rear tires. Okay. So keep that in mind. So for 100,000 miles, this is what it's going to cost me for tires. So the set of 6 tires, these tires, and they're the Transforce, what I run on this truck, but a different size. These are 18s, these are 16s. So for 1 tire is 165 bucks a piece. Okay? 165 bucks, and I know this because I just put a set of front tires on this truck. Okay? The rear tires I've already replaced, but we will put that in there also. For all 6 tires, okay, to go in and replace all 6 tires will be $990. $990. Okay? Now, if we fall back to the rule of thumb, within 100,000 miles, I still need to buy 2 tires. Okay? And those 2 tires would be 330 bucks. Okay? So we take 990 plus 330. Okay? And that total for 100,000 miles just in tires is $1,320. Okay? Now, we can add all this up and figure out what it should cost me to maintain the 1999 Ford for 100,000 miles. So in doing so, you go through and you add everything up for 10 oil changes, whatever, for 100,000 miles, tires, the whole 9 yards. Grand total is $2,649 even. All right. So this costs more than this truck. The 19 is less than the 99. The difference between this truck and this truck is a grand total of $824.50. Can't read my writing, but I know what it says. $824.50. That's what this truck cost less on the 19, on the new truck, for all my services versus the Ford. So hopefully that explains a little bit. Now we're going to go to a kicker here. All right, guys are probably wondering, okay, well, if the new truck's cheaper, why wouldn't you do the new truck? Right? All right. So now we're at 100,000 miles. I have a $1,000 a month payment on this truck. Total, okay? $1,000 a month, which comes out to $12,000 a year, just in a payment. All right. This 99 Ford here, I gave $7,000 for this truck when I bought it. Okay. Total cost of me putting the tires on there and doing, what did I do? I only done 4 tires. I done 4 rear tires. I done a turbo and pedestal. And that was, and I done the brakes. I done all the brakes all the way around. And when I say I done the brakes, I done the, I done front rear brakes, pads. I done all 4 rotors, all 4 calipers. All right, that's $750. That's what it cost me. So this truck here, the 1999, I have a total bill in it for me to start using it at $10,000. So we're going to write $10,000. Okay, that was the cost of that truck for me to start using the truck. It's bought and paid for. Everything's clear and free. All right. So looking at this truck and this truck, all right, have a warranty up to that 100,000 miles. I'm paying out $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. It's $824.50 cheaper to run the 2019 versus the 1999 Ford. But after you get to the $100,000 or the 100,000 miles, now what happens? Warranty is gone on this truck. All right, we're talking a year, maybe a year and a quarter. Okay, for you new guys coming out, the warranty is gone on this truck. Once that warranty is gone, now you have to foot the bill for every expense the exact same way I have to foot the bill for every expense on this 1999 Ford. Okay, so in 1 year, let's say the truck died, the 1999 died, and let me grab my eraser real quick. Let's say the 1999 died. Get rid of all this. Okay, kind of leave a little bit of scribble up there, but that's all right. 1999 truck dies. All right, I go out and I do the same buy again. $10,000 right back in it no matter what. All right, so $10,000 a year. All right, that's what it's going to cost me annually in the worst case scenario where this truck breaks down and I have to replace it. It costs me $10,000 a year to run. All right, this truck over here, even though it's out of warranty and you still have, you know, if you go out and buy a brand new truck and you don't throw any money down on it and it's $1,000 a month or whatever, you're probably looking at a 7-year note, 7-year note, and that truck's going to cost you at least $12,000 a year. Okay, 12 grand a year. I'm already saving $200 or $2,000 a year over here versus this truck at being in a truck at $10,000. All right, and you already know that I'm doing, let's just call it $900 better over here. All right, this is $900 cheaper than this truck as far as services. Okay, so let's take that $900 from over here and subtract it from this $2,000. What do I have left? I still have, $1,100 left versus this truck. Okay, and I own it free and clear. Okay, once this truck is done, I can send her out in the pasture, go buy another truck, spend $10,000. Versus this truck here, I'm spending $12,000 religiously every year for, you know, the next 5 to 7 years on this truck because I took out a note. And on top of that, I still have to fix everything. If this truck here lasts me 2 years, I'm running ahead, big time. If only thing I have to do is maintenance. Year number 3, if I have to go out and spend another $10,000 here for another truck and it lasts me another 2 years, just maintenance, I mean, it makes sense. So a lot of people wonder why I run the old stuff. That's why. That's why. It makes sense in my head. I've had 2 brand new trucks doing this work that has let me down. And I'm here to tell you, new stuff breaks too. It doesn't matter whether it's Ford, Chevy, Dodge, does not matter what it is. It's going to break. So that is my logic to go out and buy a used truck for what I'm doing, run it in the dirt, let her die, send her out to pasture, go buy something exactly like it. That way I have parts if I decide to keep that other truck with a blowed motor or a toasted transmission or an exploded rear end or a broken frame, whatever. I have parts for that truck versus the 99 or the 19 Chevy. You know, I've been through a 15, I've been through a 17, and now the 19 that's right out there looks pretty right in my driveway. So what's your thoughts? Let me know what you guys think about that. Am I thinking correctly? I don't know. I mean, to me, it makes sense to me in my head to run the older stuff. So, but I am mechanically inclined that I can take care of my own equipment. You know, that may be a downfall for some. So yeah, let me know what you think. This is going to be the end of the video. I tried to run through it as quick as possible. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave some comments, ask questions. Let me know what else you want me to make a video of. And till next time, guys, thanks for watching.